Gurubhyo Namaha, Namo Namaha. Welcome to session 3 of Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopakarotam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shangichakrasidarinam Sagasrashirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Srimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha. Welcome. Yoga deals with our mind. In Amrita Bindu Upanishad, it says, Manohi dvi vidam proktam shuddham ashuddham evacha ashuddham kama sangalpam shuddham kama varjitam. There are two types of mind. The same person at a different point of time can have these two type of minds. Not necessarily different people have to have. Only the same person can have. One is ashuddham, impure. The impure mind is distracted mind. It goes after sense objects. It wants more and more. Acquisition, enjoyment, acquisition, enjoyment, acquisition, enjoyment. Never ending process. Then it cannot be happy, right? It will be always restless. The second type of mind is pure mind, which is contented mind. It goes inward. It is capable of concentration. Then the same Amrita Bindu Upanishad says, Manameva Manushyanam Bandha Mokshayoho Karanam Bandhaya Vishayasaktam Mokshaya Nirvishayam Bhavet. If we have sorrow or happiness, only one person, one thing is responsible is our mind. Nobody else. We may blame everybody, okay, the whole world. But the real responsibility is in our mind, the state of mind. The mind which is distracted is the cause of all suffering. The mind which is still pure is the cause of liberation and happiness. Not only this, even I was reading a quote from Benjamin Franklin. He says, when the mind is weak, the situation feels like problematic. And when the mind is balanced, the same situation become challenging. Challenging is always better than problematic situation, right? And when the mind is strong, then the situation turns into opportunity. So who creates problem? Who creates challenging situation? Who creates opportunity? It is our mind. The way we look at it, right? Correct or not? It's a beautiful thing, Benjamin Franklin had said. Even in Yoga Vasishtha, Vasishtha says, Rama, you can drink the whole water of the ocean, you can uproot Sumeru, mountain, you can eat even fire, but it is very difficult to control the mind. It is very difficult. We are going to see how this challenging task we are going to handle systematically. Okay? This is a beautiful text, the greatest gift Patanjali has given to the human being. I have been always saying this is one of the best or the only best text in psychology. Api abdipanat mahatah sumeru unmulanat api vanyashanat sadho vishamah, very difficult. Chitta Nigraha, the control of the mind. Who says? Vasishtha says to Rama. Even in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 35, Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena Chagrihyate. Krishna says, he says, Arjuna, Mahabaho, why he addresses? Because every word has got a contextual meaning. Mahabaho means very mighty armed, very strong, physically strong, but mind is very difficult. You can't, just because a person has got a physical strength, you can't say that I can control my mind like this. No. He says it is very difficult to control, restrained. Nigraham. And chalam, it is restless. But by practice, abhyasena and vairagyena, by dissipation and practice, it can be controlled. These are all, why I am saying, quoting this is, we are dealing with a topic which is very challenging, but fortunately we have got a text which explains very clearly to us how we can achieve this. One more thing, if you want to know more about yoga philosophy, it is pertinent to know about the sister philosophy called Sankhya philosophy. In Sankhya philosophy, what is the difference between Sankhya and Yoga? Yoga talks about Ishvara, Sankhya doesn't talk about Ishvara. Sankhya is theory, Yoga is practice. So Sankhya plus practice plus Ishvara is equal to Yoga. Right? In Sankhya and Yoga, there are two ultimate realities. What are they? Prakriti and Purusha. Here in Sankhya and Yoga, the Purusha are many. There are so many Purushas as many Jivas. Right? But in Advaita Vedanta, we should be very clear, because when we are listening to Ashtanga Yoga, we should turn our mind to Ashtanga Yoga. It is based on Sankhya philosophy. If you look at it from the Advaita point of view, there will be some contradiction. In Advaita Vedanta, consciousness is only one. It alone is there. It is the only absolute reality. But here, Purusha and Prakriti, two realities are there, and there are multiple Purushas. In Advaita Vedanta, the consciousness is only one. Here, in Sankhya and Yoga, the ultimate reality, Prakriti and Purusha. The Prakriti, called Mula Prakriti, is Avyaktam, unmanifest. In this Avyaktam, in this state, the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, they are at equilibrium. Then from that Mula Prakriti, the first evolute is Mahat or Buddhi, the cosmic intelligence and the individual intelligence, which is manifest. Then from the Mahat or Buddhi, Ahankara, the I maker, me and mine. From Ahankara, from the sattvic aspect of predominance of Ahankara, sattvic pradanya Ahankara, Manas, the mind, 5 Jnanendriya, 5 sense organs, 5 organs of actions, 5 karmendriyas, they evolve. And from the tamasic aspect of Ahankara, Tanmatras, the subtle elements, the sound, the sight, touch, smell, everything. And from these Tanmatras, 5 gross elements, they evolve. So the total you will see that excluding Purusha, there are 24 tattvas, principles. Right? Out of this, the Mula Prakriti is causal in nature. The gross, 5 gross elements are gross in nature, the balance are subtle in nature. What are the balance? Mahat, that is Buddhi, Ahankara, Manas, that is the mind, 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, 5 Tanmatra. They are all subtle. Why I am saying this? Because in yoga, when you do meditation, the object of meditation could be gross, could be subtle. Then we should know what is gross. Now we know that Pancha Mahabhuta is gross. Anything made of that, right? What is subtle, we should know, right? So this is very important for, see, and also in Yoga Sutra, you will find the term Chitta. The Chitta is nothing but the combination of Buddhi, Ahankara and Manas. Because these definition we should be very clear, right? And the basic purpose of this Buddhi, the Chitta, is to provide enjoyment to the Purusha and provide liberation to him. Once it has done the job, then it will dissolve into the Mula Prakriti. Why the mind is going outward? because it never tasted or experienced the inner lucidity and the calmness. Once it experiences that, then the tendency to go out will keep reducing, which we can ourselves can experience. We will be spending more time in a sattvic thing. When we are saying that we have to reduce the impurity of the mind, means the rajasic and the tamasic aspect of the mind we will reduce, and the sattvic aspect will go automatically. So this is, I think by and large we have covered the specific and the general introduction. Okay. Now from the next session onwards, we'll go to the first chapter, first pada, Samadhi pada. Thanks for this opportunity. Gurubhyo Namaha, Namo Namaha.